Mr. Beast can make me better at Fortnite? Yes, you read that title right. Today we will look at some of the things that Mr. Beast has done to get to the top of his industry and see how you can transfer some of his habits and routines into your own Fortnite grind to get to the top. Now you may be asking, why are we looking at Mr. Beast instead of some of the legends like Tayson, Aqua, or Zayt, and what they have done in Fortnite to get to the top? Well, there's one simple reason. Familiarity. I'm sure that many of you know the stories of Zayt and Aqua, Mongrel, Benji, and many other Fortnite legends. But many of their come-ups are very similar, and they face very similar challenges in similar time periods. For Mr. Beast, he's thrown in a whole different batch of challenges to overcome, so some of his philosophies are extremely unique, especially compared to how Fortnite players approach the game. This means that there's an entire plethora of information waiting to be uncovered that just needs a little bit more digging to find out. In this video, I'm going to show you some of the extremely unique and effective things that Mr. Beast has set up in his work life that has helped him get to the top, and I'll show you how to take his philosophies and take them into Fortnite to help you get to the top. Let's get right into it. The number one thing that is clear from any interview you listen to from Mr. Beast is his clear and obvious obsession. All Mr. Beast thinks about is YouTube. Mr. Beast has been obsessed for years upon years about only YouTube. He only thinks about how to optimize his videos, how to improve his videos, and how to improve himself. The most honest truth I can give you is if you want to make it to the top in Fortnite, you have to have this obsession. You need to constantly be thinking about the game and how you can improve at the game. If you're taking the bus home or eating lunch, you could be watching pro players W-key or play scrims and try to actively learn from their mistakes and their successes. Close to every minute of your day needs to be focused on how you can maximize and optimize your playing time and VOD time. One important thing is don't skip school or ignore your homework. Although you might get a little bit more playing time in the short term, if your grades drop dramatically, then you are likely to lose more grinding time in the long. The second thing I noticed from Mr. Beast is how dependent he is on friend groups. He says himself,
my team was working on that for months, and we probably spent over $500,000 between everything. And I uploaded, I'm like, yeah, this is like a perfect video. It's so good. We're so perfected. And then, I have like 2 or 3 people that call me and they just shit on it. And I'm like, oh, that kind of hurt my feelings. I'm like, but he's right. Like this part was a little fake. This scene was a little drawn out. Could have done this a little bit better. And it's like, that's what you need. No matter, there's no such thing as a perfect video. Like someone should always call you and shit on your video because it could be better. Like that's, because imagine if someone does that every video and you upload hundreds, if not 1,000 videos over the next 10 years, and every single time someone's critiquing you and you're applying what they're critiquing. Like imagine the compound effect over that time span. It's invaluable. But if you upload 100 videos and very few people are shitting on them, then like you just lost so much compound effect.
Something you told us.
From this clip, we can see how Jimmy's friends are constantly critiquing his videos and actively trying to help him. Try to implement this into your own friend groups. Give constructive criticism and be open to taking it back. One of the most interesting things that I learned from Mr. Beast is how open he is to learning from other people. Even though he, in my opinion, is arguably the smartest YouTuber in the world, he is still extremely humble and extremely open to learning and sharing new information throughout his friend group. Make sure that you are extremely open and proactive to learning new information from your friends. The worst thing that you can have is if you're trying to make it to the top, is a big ego. I think Mr. Beast explains the value of helping open friend groups the best, though, when he says,
where you just, so like imagine a world where it's just you working solo and you work 12 hours a day every day for like a year, and you're just grinding, you make a mistake, you learn from it, you grind, you make a mistake, you learn from it, and you do that for like a year. And then imagine a different world where you have 4 friends who are also equally grinding in something similar. Friend number 1 makes a mistake on Friday. He teaches the other 4 people. Friend number 2 makes a mistake the next week, teaches everyone. And then like you're all learning from each other's mistakes. You're all constantly studying 24/7 and downloading each other. Like after a year, you're like 2 years ahead of the guy who was just solo. It really does make a difference.
Number 3, invest into yourself. Mr. Beast talks a lot about he has many different income streams that all support his YouTube career. From his many different YouTube channels to Mr. Beast Burger, Mr. Beast is one of the most diverse content creators on the platform. But one thing is clear to Jimmy: the main channel always comes first. How can we bring this over to Fortnite though? I think one of the most important things that can help a ton of players turn this game into a career is by making content. Whether it's just chill arena streams, montages, or other forms of unique content, making content is always beneficial to the player. At the beginning, if you start making money, it'll be easier to convince your parents to allow you to grind more compared to if you compete and make no money. Making content also allows you to appeal to more orgs, as content is and will always be more important than placements. Many people have amazing competitive careers and are extremely talented, but they can't do anything with it because they haven't monetized it properly and they waste their opportunity by not making content. The fourth and final point is the fact that MrBeast started with some of the worst equipment. MrBeast, now a massive YouTuber, spent years filming on his phone in his room. This should make it clear that your setup should never ever be your excuse. You can make money on console and on most pings. If you doubt me, look at a player like Reet. Reet made money in the Season X Trio FNCS on his console while playing on his phone's hotspot with 110 plus ping. Reet also has multiple thousands of dollars playing across regions. If he can do it on 80, 90, and even 150 ping, what's stopping you on 60 or lower ping, other than just simply excuses? Lastly, I want to end with a quote directly from Jimmy.
I guess that's not my main focus, but the main goal, as it should be, is to make the best videos possible. Because if you're making the best videos possible, you'll get all the things you want. Like, if I want to go Beast Burger, we'll make the best videos possible. If I want to be the biggest YouTuber, make the best videos possible. So that is what I guess I might have misspoke earlier. That is what the laser focus should be, making the best video possible. And 99% of what a creator wants will happen if you do that.
From this quote, we can port this over to Fortnite by saying that your goal should be, how can I play the best games possible? How can every game be improved? How can every game be innovated on? Not everyone has the means or the passion to do it, but if you do have the means and passion, then what's stopping you from getting to the top?